During World War II, each and every German armored division had a Panzeraufklärungsabteilung and armored reconnaissance battalion. In the German army, reconnaissance was a sophisticated and very complex undertaking. The reconnaissance battalions were not merely scout units. The tactical doctrine governing the employment of the reconnaissance battalion was that it should fight for the information. Locating the enemy was only the first step. The battalion was then expected to develop the situation by forcing the enemy to deploy, revealing his strengths and intentions. This was done by simulating a full-scale attack, both to acquire and report information and to buy time. Thus, the reconnaissance battalion had to have sufficient strength and firepower to make its attack appear plausible and reliable means of communication with the division headquarters. These considerations governed its original organization and its evolution during the war. The Aufklärungsabteilung was the eyes and ears of a Panzer division. First, it was equipped with 6 and 8-wheeled heavy armored cars, but later in the war they were issued with light half-tracks. They rarely operated as whole companies and instead worked in mixed teams gathered from various companies. In general, the Abteilung had to be able to move quickly, and as its mission was reconnaissance, it was not intended to engage enemy tanks, although engagements with enemy infantry units did happen quite frequently. The workhorse of the battalion was the Sonderkraftfahrzeug or Special Purpose Vehicle 250, a light armored half-track. It entered production in 1940 and it had an armored body designed to offer protection against small arms fire and shell fragments. Powered by a Maybach engine, the vehicle had a top speed of approximately 65 km per hour and a range of around 300 km. It could accommodate a crew of 2 plus 4 additional passengers depending on the configuration. However, there were simply never enough of them to completely replace the wheeled armored cars in the reconnaissance battalions. The vehicle had numerous variants. One such was the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 250/8 Leichter Schützerpanzerwagen, designed to provide direct fire support. Love diving deeper into military history? This video is supported by my YouTube members who get exclusive videos weekly, not available anywhere else for their kind support. You can join their ranks easily. Just hit the join button now to get the exclusive videos and much more. Thank you for supporting me. I couldn't be doing it without your help. Combining mobility, firepower, and versatility, this vehicle played a crucial role on various battlefronts. It was officially introduced in October of 1943 and serial production started in April of 1944. The Sonderkraftfahrzeug 250/8 was armed with a 7.5 cm L/24 gun and had a crew of 3. Only 20 rounds could be carried in the very compact vehicle. According to the German doctrine, each Leichte Panzeraufklärungskompanie or Light Armored Reconnaissance Company had 2 such vehicles. The need for increased firepower on the battlefield led to the development of this version. The primary armament the 7.5 cm was a low-velocity gun designed primarily for infantry support. The same weapon was mounted on the early Panzer IV tanks and the Sturmgeschütz assault guns. It fired high explosive shells effective against enemy infantry and lightly fortified positions, while its armor-piercing rounds allowed it to engage light vehicles. In addition to the main gun, the vehicle was equipped with a coaxial MG-34 or MG-42 machine gun for anti-personnel defense. The vehicle's chassis remained largely unchanged from the standard Sonderkraftfahrzeug 250 design. It featured a lightly armored open-top superstructure with enough room for a crew of 3, a driver, commander gunner, and the loader. The vehicle's armor ranged from 8mm to 14.5mm, offering limited protection against enemy small arms fire and shrapnel. Despite its thin armor, the vehicle relied on speed and maneuverability to evade heavy enemy fire. With a maximum speed of around 65 km per hour and a range of approximately 300 km, the vehicle was well suited for fast assaults and mobile warfare. Its half-track design provided better traction and off-road capability compared to wheeled vehicles, allowing it to navigate difficult terrain more effectively than traditional armored cars. The Sonderkraftfahrzeug 250/8 entered service around early 1944 and saw action primarily on the Eastern and Western fronts. It was used by the Reconnaissance battalions, providing direct fire support to advancing troops. Its ability to suppress enemy positions with high explosive shells made it an invaluable asset in urban combat and defensive operations. Despite its firepower and mobility, the vehicle was not without limitations. The open-top design left the crew vulnerable to air attacks, artillery shrapnel, and small arms fire from elevated positions. Additionally, the gun was ineffective against heavily armored Allied tanks, limiting its role to primarily to infantry support. Although overshadowed by larger German armored vehicles, the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 250/8 played an essential role in the German Army's tactical operations. Its combination of mobility and firepower made it an effective support vehicle, capable of engaging enemy strongpoints and aiding mechanized infantry advances. Today, surviving examples of the vehicle can be found in military museums and private collections as well, serving as a testament to the Germany's engineering ingenuity during World War II. For historians and military enthusiasts, this vehicle remains a fascinating example of how the German military adapted to the evolving demands of modern warfare. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to support my channel, check out the PayPal donation link in the description or consider becoming a member. To make sure you don't miss my future work, subscribe to my channel please and press the bell notification button. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.